one of the most influential businessmen in the world that nobody knows about. So what do you think? Am I being too hard on him?
No. Maybe not quite hard enough.
Well, you know, I take suggestions. I can't be a genius all on my own. You know?
You got an email address? I'll forward you some.
Yeah, sure. Where are you from?
Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
Another one of those redneck capitals in the South.
Talked to a guy, another stalwart last week. I asked him what he thinks is going to happen. He said, well, I've been saying there's going to be another civil war between the South and the North.
I don't know if I'd call it civil war, but the idea of a revolution not far off.
Oh yeah, well I think we're having a revolution now. I mean, look at the candidate. You know, Trump obviously is a representation of the piss party. You know, I mean, we're supposed to have our revolutions by voting here. That's what we're supposed to have, soft revolutions here. But, you know, now that's kind of gone by the wayside.
Nah, I saw one 32 years serving in the military, 5 years out in the Middle East, and for him to simply wash all that effort away.
Yeah.
And look what we got. So it doesn't matter who walks in next. They've got a more unstable world environment.
Yeah. There's been a lot
for what we've already paid out. The cost.
I'm obviously a magnet for military, you know, government workers, police. There's been a lot in the news lately about what's happening to the military.
It's not just about the military. It's about the strategic environment, the stability of the world, what Russia's doing in its relationship with the Chinese. Chinese has mentioned the South China Sea, and the sheer instability of the Asia piece as well as the Middle East. And the whole idea is we keep our hands off and the law go away and I don't have to worry about it. That way I can do myself a library that I believe that the taxpayers
I would like it. I would like actually. I would love it. I would love your job.
But in your opinion, who is the architect, or what group is the architect behind this failed situation that we see globally? Who's behind the instability?
I don't necessarily agree that we went going into Iraq as we never do. We should have focused on Afghanistan as a peace offering. But once we were in Iraq, that whole thing of pulling out quickly as a political campaign and speech, bullet statement, bumper sticker statement of we're going to implement it in reality.
Yeah.
We spent 3 years working on negotiation to keep troops there, right up until the last day. And then the next day the president was trying to, that was the cutoff day. The president then turns around and said, we're filling my campaign plans and pulling everybody out. Which even the government there didn't feel.
Yeah, you're aware of General Wesley Clark and what he said about, you know, us, the PNAC document, us taking over 5 countries in 7 years, 7 countries.
It's not. The U.S. government has never actually gone into any country that we took over that we didn't get back. Take the Philippines, for example, even Mexico, after the 18 years. We were all the way down Mexico City. We gave it all back to them. So how can they say? Every country that we've ever been in, even Germany, even Japan, we gave it back. We didn't do the imperialistic expansion that.
But this instability I'm looking at is being created, because I'm looking at, let's pick on ISIS right now, just as a focal point. We have generals coming out testifying before Congress that we're basically funding the training them. That they're driving our tank, our equipment, they're using our weapons.
Because we had rebuilt the Iraqi army, dissolved, it was Sunni in nature anyway.
Yeah.
Where we made the mistake was allowing the Sunnis that were in charge in Iraq, who are the minority. It's only 1 of 4 countries in the world where the Sunni are in the minority, where the Shia are the majority. In the Muslim population of the 1-some odd billion that there are, only about 87% sit on the Sunni side, 13% sit on the Shia side.
Right.
Shia has been under the thumb of oppression in Iraq for years. under Saddam. All the other countries in the GCC, Gulf Cooperation Council, are all Sunni monarchs, per se. Bahrain's the one exception because they've got a Shia majority. The same problem that goes on with Iran, Iraq, Syria. Those are the four countries. Where the problem lies, all the GCC did not mind Saddam being in charge because his level of oppression kept them in check. Their attitude is the Shia are like cockroaches. If you do not stamp them out, they will continue to fester and grow, and then you've got a massive.
Well, we have now.
So you've got Iran on the other side that's instigator. They're funding Hamas and Hezbollah. They want the destruction of Israel. They need the Great Land Bridge through the northern Iraq, through Syria, to continue that piece of it. So this whole thing has got a lot of complexity to it. It's not just one little picture.
Should we even be there? I mean, now that I understand, should we have...
If we aren't, who else is going to be there?
Well, I understand, for all the money,
Russia,
what I'm looking at this way, I mean, obviously the Shias or anybody over there basically can be bought off.
It's a thing of frenemies.
Yeah, but then later, for all the money we spent in fighting them, that money could have been spent just to buy them off. But I'm looking at a whole nother agenda behind this, in the sense that we aren't creating these enemies, we're creating our own enemies, and we had started out on a false premise to begin with. I mean, attacking Afghanistan is making sense to me when we had 15 of the hijackers came from Saudi Arabia. Then you get the 28 pages, which I'm sure you're familiar with. So now they're trying to block them from coming out. That would, of course, basically nail down the fact that it was the Saudi government behind the attacks, financed and trained the attackers. So it's actually a state-sponsored attack, an act of war, rather than an act of terror, which was hidden from us. That's why they're refusing to release the 28 pages. So basically the whole war on terror is built on a pack of lies. I mean,
there's more to it. I mean, what was the purpose of going into it?
Again, I'm saying to destabilize the world. I think so. The groups like the Bilderberg Group, the elites of this world, are looking to bring down. This is the cloud and heaven, Albert Pike, destruction of sovereign nations and bringing in the one world government. This is it, the plan down to a T. They're enacting it. It's working. I mean, when you look at Albert Pike's letters, he said to the elites, this is going to be World War I, II, and III. This is going to win. This is why you're going to come out on the head.
I would go with the premise that if we're going to make investments in the future, that the idea of brass, lead, gunpowder,
yeah, that's right. Food, water, access to food, water. But I'm looking at this enactment of the destruction of sovereign nations, the Agenda 21 program to bring down all sovereign nations and bring in a one world government. This is the whole program enacted to a T. One of the reasons they're going against Trump so hard is because he's a nationalist. He's not buying into this globalism. So, that's what I'm looking at. The plan.
Just like when Barack was in England last week, and he was espousing that the UK should stay in the European Union.
Right.
And most persons there are saying, no, we've had enough of this.
And then who was he to go over there and tell them what to do? And just before that, he was kissing the ass of who?
Because when Netanyahu was here, he didn't want Netanyahu talking to our person, so why should our government officials be over there talking to those persons about their government? That doesn't make sense.
And then again, just before he went to London, where was he? He was kissing the ass of the Saudi king.
But while he was there, he could have just as easily made a jump up to Iraq, which he didn't do. Yeah. We sent Biden over there this last weekend. None of that makes sense. And he didn't go see the Israelis.
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
I'm under the premise of this. The history of man shows that any nation that ever turned its nation on the back of Israel civilization and fell rapid. This country has done everything it can in its power of late to distance itself from Israel. So, it would only take a small blow on the hand of God to take this country down, regardless of what these people do. But these people are setting premises that are long-term relationships with other countries, and they're dishing it out. I mean, just flushing it away. Relationships are hard to build.
Well,
Easy to tear up.
Well, that's why I keep on harkening back, and what pops into my mind when these discussions come up are the founding fathers who said, Washington, who said, beware of foreign entanglements. I mean, and that's the tar baby we've gotten ourselves into.
And it's funny to listen to the politicians right now as they go through their stump speeches saying we're going to bring back jobs and stuff in the United States. Hillary's a fascist. Wasn't it her husband that signed the North trade agreement? And all those jobs were flushed south in manufacturing and other agriculture and all the rest of it. And then you're telling them they were going to bring those jobs back. You're like, whoa. You know, help flush all that.
Well, we do now. That's what people, it seems, are waking up. You can understand, Trump had $500 trillion against him. The entire globalist fortune doesn't want him in. Yet he's still there. And he's winning. So, against all odds. Yeah. And how long were you in the service?
32 years.
And you retired as?
Colonel.
Yeah. When did you retire?
About a year now.
Wow. And you were over in the sandbox how many times?
5 years.
5 years.
3 times. Extended to it. I'm tired.
Oh, God, yes. No, yes. Are you kidding me? I mean, I had to go through Vietnam, and that was just 1 year. I mean, that's bullshit.
I was in Vietnam 2 last year. Yes, I got. It was amazing to see all the American and other international companies that were present. There's Starbucks, Dannon, KFC, obviously, McDonald's, Burger King, GNC, just a number of different. I took photos in the class we were teaching in an MBA class. We were talking about the problem with the Chinese and their expansion in the South China Sea. And one of the students asked the question of, what's America going to do about it? And I said, is this not a regional problem? And remember, 40 years ago, you didn't want the U.S. here. So now all of a sudden they're like looking at the U.S. as being the solver of the problem, per se. And you're like, guys, you have to remember your history. What you chose. But I'll tell you this, for anybody that served in Vietnam, I spent one afternoon at London. And within 2 hours, there was not a dry thread on me. I was sweating sometimes. And I can't imagine carrying all the gear, doing patrolling and all that. I mean, I was just throwing around.
Well, isn't it the same thing? You don't have the humidity.
I've been in 40 plus countries. This was a different kind of, it was that really wet, humid, like one over here in the south in the summertime. It was heartbreaking to think about what men were enduring back then. She didn't have air condoms readily available as you do now. Even deployed troops. I was like, no appreciation for the guys that were doing crap that they did. The soldiers that are coming out now, the programs that they've got in place for them are so different than what the predecessors.
Yeah.
I can imagine because my dad was in Korea War, and predecessors for that don't have
Probably know the answer to this question, but what do you think about a woman being appointed to West Point who's never been in combat?
Getting through ranger school and be the first infantry officer in the United States Army. Y'all want a free ride? Equal opportunity? There you go.
I mean,
now there's an argument going on right now about the conscription piece. Everybody having to sign that. The registration. And well, what's the problem with it? Y'all are the ones that if you're going to open up all jobs to all women, all combat related jobs, it's only right that they have to participate. And the Israelis. I think this country ought to go back to the premise that everybody owes a little bit of service to the government. Everybody doesn't have to be military. If you went to medical school,
Kennedy said it, or, you know, it's not what your government can do for you, but what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
what about the idea, though, that the country has the right to expect
Well, you're participatory. I mean, our founding fathers said you participate in order to make it great. You know, I mean, you can't sit on the sidelines in a republic. You have to be involved, and that's what they wanted. Thomas Jefferson said, you know, I trust the common man to come up with a solution to his problems better than any so-called leader ever could. That's why they all wanted participation from the people. Of course, naturally, over time, every democratic form of government, it gets usurped from the inside by the people who, you know, after success, people get lazy, they hand off the allegation to other people who take advantage of the power they are granted, and we wind up in the situation we're in now.
How much consternation do you get one night hanging around people walking by?
Mostly apathy. You know, they're watching too much TV. They haven't gone through the experiences you have and don't know. So they don't.
When I talk about people giving certitude to the government, if you want to go to school, you want to get a medical degree, that's all fine and good.
Yeah.
You want to pay off the student loans or under Bernie's idea that the government pays for it, well, fine. You do certitude,
Bring back the draft.
You get do it in the public health department. You only got to go do it in the military. Go work in the Peace Corps. Go do foreign goodwill stuff all you want to.
Absolutely.
Countries, any country that you want to. There's property everywhere you go. There are people that need some kind of engineering support. There's some kind of family members that are living in a dirt floor tonight that are starving for some food that would be more than happy to pick up a shovel if you gave them one and give them some seeds they'll go plant. So that whole concept
I want to thank you very much for putting up with me and stealing when I've been here. I'm sorry.
we just talked. Good job. So it gives me something to do. But the point is that you haven't got to do it just in the military.
Oh no.
There's so much.
No,
There's so many areas to serve. There's so many goodwill. When Hurricane Katrina came down, we spent 2 months down here doing cleanup. From here all the way to Mobile. Look at all the different non-governmental organizations that showed up. All the people that were in the Red Cross or whatever else. A whole mixed bag of political.
And just participating breeds other things. You start, it branches off to other
It
things.
makes you appreciate a lot of the other things that
Contact you make, business, personally, everything. It works well.
that's why I believe.
So what do you think's going to happen in our meeting future? Do you think we're even going to see an election? There's a lot of talk about martial law.
That's a question.
Yeah?
That's a question.
Really? You really see it?
There's a problem. There's some individuals out there that I know that believe that Obama is never going to office.
I'm one of them. I have a feeling that there's a good chance he might collapse the economy, turn on electric grid, bring down, declare martial law, not you know, we're looking at the prospect of Trump assassination, indictment, decapitating both parties, the chaos and riots that would ensue. So you think this might be a serious scenario? But it's a probability or a possibility?
I know that there are theories, theories that are out there. There are people that believe it, and I'm not going to argue against it. Everybody's, we are free thought. For the moment, we're a free speech country.
For the moment.
And we're supposed to be a progressive, free thought kind of society these days. At least that's what our university is. So the problem is the thing you're espousing is not something that most persons would want to hear.
Well, I'm afflicted that way. I'm sorry. This is what I do for a living.
I'm not offended that
You know, well, I'm afflicted. I say I'm afflicted that way. I tend to look at the dark side, you know.
If you spent time in the military,
well, you know,
you've earned the right to free speech more than most have.
well, it's military thinking. You always look at what's the worst case scenario and plan that, don't you? I mean, you know.
Something like that.
Yeah, please. Yeah, go to my site.
You got an email on it?
Yeah, email. Website's CODO, stands for Coalition of the
I just got
Obvious.
some other things that you might find interesting.
I get my suggestions out here from people like yourself, so thank you very much. Turtle, ladies,
Have a good day, brother.
listen.